Hi there, I'm Jill Wellington, and I'm going to show you how to add motion in Photoshop. My husband is an avid bicyclist, and one day he was going out for a ride, and he said, honey, come on out here and can you take a picture of me for my profile picture for Facebook? So I was picturing some fabulous motion blur picture, artistic, beautiful, and he said, honey, just take it right here in the driveway. He didn't even care about the artistic part of it. So this is the picture we took, and it is pretty darn boring. He doesn't even look like he's moving, like he's ready to fall off the bike from lack of motion. So let's add some motion here in Photoshop, and it's actually very easy to do. First of all, we're going to use our quick selection tool, which is right up here. Click on that. And we're going to start anywhere inside of his body, which we're trying to isolate his body and his bicycle so that this will remain like he's in focus in the background of blur. So we just start pulling down with this quick selection tool. And this is actually kind of a complicated one. His shirt is color blocked. And the quick selection tool actually picks up on colors and different, like the skin. Just keep moving down, following the contours of your subject. This is actually complicated with his bicycle here, but just do as best you can, and I'll show you how to clean this all up. There, we got that pretty good. Now, in order to clean this up, we're going to use these brushes at the top of the palette. These are, one brush has a little plus sign, and this one has a little minus sign. So anything you want to clean up on the inside of the marching ants, you'll use this plus sign. And I can see right here that we didn't include the black part of his shirt, and I'm on the inside of the marching ant, so I'm going to use the plus to push that out, and now that's included in the selection. I'm going to just look really closely around to see if I have any other parts like that. That looks good. So let's go to the negative brush, click on that, and now we can fill in anything that we want on the outside of the marching ants, like this area between his body and his arm, using the minus. I don't want all these wires in. That's a little too complicated, so I'm going to push that over. And we're just really trying to outline him as best we can. And there's a little area right here, and we're going to push up right in here. So we just want him outlined. I can also see that his finger is not included in the selection, so I'll go back to the plus sign, and I want to include those fingers. Now I'm just going to go around a couple little places, like his yellow right there. Go around the entire edge of your picture and look for these details that you want to fix up before you make the motion blur. So I think that looks good. Actually, there's this little teeny part right here, and that looks good. Now, when we're doing a motion blur, we don't want him to blur. And what we have right now is my husband is selected, so we don't want him to blur. So we go up to select and click on inverse. Now he's not selected. Everything in the background is selected, and that's what we want to blur. Go up to filter, blur, motion blur. This is where the fun begins. First of all, we're going to want the angle to be the angle the person is moving in. And in this case, just turn this little wheel around, and this is about how my husband's riding. That's the direction we want the motion. Now, this is so fun. Use this slider and pull it over until you like how blurry it is. Look how it's blurring the background. Looks like he's moving. You can go up far, you can have less of a blur, really whatever you want. It really depends on your picture and just what you want the final result to be. Just for fun, I'm going to put this at 162 pixels so it looks like he's going really fast. Click OK. Now go up to select again and pick deselect. And there you have it. Doesn't it look like he's whizzing by on that bicycle? Oh, he really was just in the driveway. But have a great time with this.